assignment?
No, not yet, sir. I wasn't in yesterday's class. It was clashing with the meeting I had, but I'll definitely catch up, sir.
You need to catch up, bro.
Yes, I will. I will. Unfailingly, I will.
So we're going close to the end of so.
And I usually watch the YouTube videos after, so even when I miss a meeting, I always watch it. So
Okay. We actually didn't do things yesterday, so
okay, sir.
because a lot of persons have not done the assignments.
Okay, sir.
So another thing I wanted to mention. So we're going to start with mobile today. But everybody needs to. The person that's supposed to take tonight's meeting is actually not available. So I'm just gonna. Today is Friday, right?
Yes.
It is.
I'm supposed to end tomorrow. So basically, we're gonna go on to mobile today. Then Saturday will just be wrap up of mobile. Then a request for. I'll do that on the group probably before we dissolve the group. I'll do that on the group. Then another thing I wanted to mention is there's some things okay. We would go into that later. So we'll do UI, we'll do mobile designs today. I'm going to just explain some things, some basic things that is needful, and we'll do a couple of things tomorrow is going to make sense. Oh my God. So Annabelle. Hi Nessa. Who is Nessa UJ?
It's Vanessa. Good evening, sir.
Are you there, no?
How?
Today you are on a particular listing. Tomorrow you're on another one.
I don't know how that's happening now. Oh, I see. I logged on to my other email accounts. That's why. Sorry.
Now you see.
Sorry.
No. And I said I wanted to teach you guys mock-up, right? Happy? Somebody sent me a DM and said I wanted to teach you guys how to did I mention anything about mock-up?
Yes.
Yeah, you said make mock-up. You said you're teaching us how to mask. Yeah, a couple of things.
That masking thing is tomorrow. You will learn it. The person that actually I wanted to come and teach you how to use all those tools is actually better than myself. And
better than you. I don't see your work, bro.
When I say somebody is better than me, you know the person is better than me.
Why fear now? Hey.
No, not better than me, like creating product design, UX, you understand? But when it comes to using these tools, you understand, is far better than I do. It's far better than I do. And I'm not even capping, like, because he's a brand identity designer. He's a brand identity designer. So when you know if you know how to use Illustrator, Photoshop well, those toolbars, it will be easy for you. You understand, when you are doing UI. So
do you need Photoshop for UI?
No. What I mean is, if you know how to use those tools, you know all these tools here that you're seeing, all this toolbar It's just like every other software. For instance, I see all this masking, all this overlay, all those things. It's also on all these other softwares. So you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get your point. But I think it's better doing it on Figma. Since on Figma
Yeah,
software,
that's what I said. We are doing it on Figma. I just said that the person I'm saying is you already know before Figma software even came out, he has been doing all these things.
yeah, I get the point.
So when it comes to using all these pencil tools, these people he will use Figma to draw cartoon. That's how good he is.
Yeah, I know a guy who used Figma to design sneakers, like product design. I mean, not digital, but product design, but
Yeah.
on Figma. This guy will even design television, laptop on Figma.
So
It's like, wow, hey, Jesus.
you must know how to use pencil too.
Sir, are you going to teach us advanced prototyping?
Hmm. You even mentioned advanced prototyping?
Never talk of the basics.
No, the thing is, I actually we want to do a boot camp for prototype. Like prototype is animation, it's not a joke. It's not something that you will just catch up. You understand? So we're doing a that is just for prototype. You understand? That is just going to be for prototype. If I start with prototype now, a lot of people will be confused with a lot of things. You understand? I know the number of if you follow me on TikTok, there was a time I was doing prototype tutorials. The number of DMs I get, God, I actually don't open them because people ask funny questions. But prototype is not actually that hard, and there are other softwares that people use for prototype. So some of the prototype you see that people preview, some of them are not done on Figma. I hope you know.
Nah, there's this guy on LinkedIn. His name is Richard or something. Man, that guy, that guy is a demon.
It's Femi Richard.
Hmm?
Is it Femi Richard?
No, not Femi Richard. I know Femi Richard is the guy for what's it called? UX Foundry, not that guy.
Yeah.
Funny enough, me and Femi Richard even attended the same boot camp in 2022 or 2023. As this guy, Brenda Joseph, that guy too is good. He's on the same level with you too. Yeah.
I recommend. He's not on the same level with me. He's not on the same level with me. Are you kidding?
He's on the same level with you. Okay, you are better than him. Okay, I get it.
I'm not. I'm not even close. When it comes to
man, that guy is good. Jesus.
When it comes to teaching, like some of my mentees, late 2021, 2022. I actually don't. This is my first time actually teaching design like this. I've been invited to a lot of all this all this online platform teaching platform, like a lot. I'm like, some people say I should come and build course. I'm like, I don't, to be honest, I'm not forced. Like, it doesn't move me. You get, but if it's like personal people, you chat me up, you needed help with anything, I can go on 2 weeks with you alone, and just be showing you stuff. But
no, you should. You need that visibility. You should.
yeah,
You should.
so
Tech is becoming a big thing. So whoever is in tech should not just hide him or herself. It's really, really a big thing. Yeah.
Anybody that comes to me like 2020, 2019, 2021, especially 2021, 2022, I just recommend them to Joe Brendan. Like, go and take his course. Go and do his boot camp, because he knows how to teach. No, there's a difference between knowing knowledge and passing knowledge.
No, the guy is a gifted teacher. Yeah,
He knows how to teach.
100%. He's
God.
gifted in teaching. He's very gifted.
Well, I actually don't have that patience. Some people ask some funny questions. Because I have people that pay for his class. So sometimes I'm always sitting, maybe back then when I was in Nigeria, I'm like, this guy is trying.
Yeah, the guy is good. And his classes are paid classes, yeah.
Yeah. And I know I've paid for a lot of persons for his
Yeah.
class. I paid for people for his class.
The guy is good. He's good.
And I think he's
far better than so many big ed tech in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The guy is better than even
There's one of his videos that I'm going to recommend for you guys.
I know that video, that one of 10 hours on YouTube.
Yes, like he broke everything down.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, from 0 to 100. Yeah. I was a student, but just I didn't take this shit serious. But funny enough, I even have a master's degree in user experience design. That's even the funniest part. But I never took it serious because I was a different something else is giving me money.
When you see Femi's design on LinkedIn, it's good. Femi is
Femi is good. We are the same set. We are the same set. I'm the same set with Femi. Femi Richard, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with Joseph Brandon.
Design is about
most of my set now are doing great, but me, I didn't just take this whole thing serious because when you're not profitable in an industry or in a sector, you don't put so much passion into it. You understand? And there are bills to pay. You're thinking of how to design one thing. Maybe wait first, make we go find.
I know that's kind of the issues people are having. I know. Well, it's actually a different story for someone like it was me. I've been in design industry now. Because I started graphic design. I learned graphic design way back 2009.
Oh, okay.
So, and I moved like that, motion graphics, motion design, animation, video editing. Like, so I don't think there's all these software that I don't know how to use proficiently. There was a time that I was only doing motion graphics. Animation, advertising, montage, all those. That was what I was doing. So I was on After Effects and Premiere Pro big time. Before I now moved to XD, then sat down with product design. So it's just me. I really don't. To be honest, I'm not even forced. Like, it's just when I just begin to think that it's just good to always create opportunities for people. It's actually some of my mentees that like I took from scratch. Like somebody who don't even know what is this. Like somebody who don't know what is design, doesn't know anything about computer safe, and like two of them, I helped them from scratch till they got a job. You understand? And they are very good now. I'm like, if this thing is possible, then it means you can do it on a bigger scale. So it's just that if I show you both my Nigerian number, my UK number, my Instagram, my TikTok, it's always overwhelming. Like people are always on your neck. Show me this, show me. I'm like, and you have a lot of things to do, but it's just the way you want to channel it. Nessa, you can speak.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, what do you think about, what do you have to say about freelancing and getting a job in a company?
Thank you for that question. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram I have not responded to. It was relating to this. Apologies. I'll respond today. So your question is freelancing
and getting a job in a company and working under a salary.
Advantage and disadvantages. Yeah. So I'm going to do. It's actually a big deal. So first of all, it depends on the dream you have. When I mean the dream you have, your goal in the industry. Your goal. So first of all, right, when you're knowledgeable, are you in UX design for money or for career growth? Because it's a two different thing. Are you in for money or for career growth? You understand? A lot of us, like myself, you understand? Money was like the big thing. You understand? We need that money. And when you start earning dollars early, like when I mean way back when I was in like 300 level, 400 level, like 2011, 2011, 2012, when the wave of Fiverr, Upwork, was even Fiverr then, because I made my first dollars, all those things on Fiverr way back 2012, 2011. You understand? So you're like, you want to go, the money is lucrative. Now, then that dollar is not even as crazy as it is. Oh, just imagine like all those years back then. And the money was good. You'd be like, I want to go into this thing. So it was for the money. You get. Now, what me I recommend that I tell people is, I say it everywhere, is freelancing is not going to help you grow. When I mean freelancing is not going to help you grow, this is what I mean. Is the fact that the advantage of freelancing is you have your time. Like, you control your time. You are not working for anybody. You are working for yourself, but you can take on projects. You can take on 2 months project, 3 months project. You are just contract based. So you control your time and what you use your time for. But on the look of things, it's actually very exhausting, because you are dealing with clients, you are dealing with stakeholders and all those things. So it is non-schedule. Somebody can send you a mail in the midnight and say, I wanted to check this on blah blah blah. But it's just that you have control over your time and there is more money in freelancing. But if you're looking for career growth, when I mean career growth, like you want to climb that pedestal, then you need to work for organization. Because first of all, organization gives you more experience, more hands-on experience. Like, it gives you a real project flow experience. There's more to creating a product than just putting pixels together on Figma, send documentation. You don't know how it's going to be. And disadvantages of freelancing is that you do a lot of projects that you cannot put on your portfolio. Like, a lot of, when you go, maybe you go viral on all this freelance platform and you are getting projects, a lot of those projects you'll not be able to put it on your portfolio because you're going to sign non-disclosure agreements that you're not going to use it. So, but the advantage is you get the money faster. Like, you can do a project and like 5K, like 6K, like back. I don't know how it is right now, because my friends then, one of my friends was doing like 6K every month was freelancing then. So you will get the money. I've seen somebody that did one project of $10,000, like once, not even one heavy project. You get, but will you be able to work with a team? You will not have a team experience like you have when you're working in a company. Now, working in a company gives you team experience, it gives you collaboration experience, it makes you grow. Like, you're going to be climbing that pedestal. When I mean climbing that pedestal, you're going to be moving maybe from as an entry level in a particular industry. You are moving, because trust me, there's less stress when you work in an organization. When I mean, like, depending, if you work for startup, you are going to be very stressed. If you work for startup, you are going to be very stressed, because startup don't have the financial capacity to have a lot of people on hands-on. But when you work for organization that is now more stable, you understand, it might not be even a top tier organization, but it's now more stable. You are going to grow in the career field. You're going to have experience in the industry, and you're going to move. Like, you can, because for instance, look at, if you everybody wants to work for like Google. You want to work for Google now, you want to work for Amazon, you want to work for big organization, Trello, PayPal, you understand, Avast. You want to work for top tier organization, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Meta, all those things. You want to work for them. How you cannot work for them if you have freelance, if you have freelancing, you cannot put it, you don't have if you have a freelancing background. And it's not that because your portfolio actually matters, but most of the time when they look at your CV, how can you build your CV without having reputable organization in your CV? It's going to be hard. So some of the things I used to say is, you can do both. That's the best thing. You can do both, because you need both of them. You need both of them. You can join a startup and they give you what do they call it? It's one I just signed a couple of days ago. They give you percentage. Maybe when they get seed funding, you have a percentage and all those things. But as you are starting, I'm going to advise, make sure you can get both of them and just work your way around it. You need that experience. You need that career growth. If you want to climb that ladder, like you want to be in the league of, you understand, senior men, you need to work for an organization. Even if you are still going to be freelancing, you cannot imagine all those product designer in Google to be doing freelance. They don't have time for that. And as a matter of fact, the money they are collecting safe is enough. So if you ask me, but if you are going in for the money, you don't care. Like you don't care. And maybe you just want to use the money to fund other things, or use the money to, because for instance, people like God Joseph Brendan now, just this thing. You understand? They know most of them are now into consulting. Consulting for startups and all those things, building their own, like myself too, building their own product, building your own product. You can, like I've seen guys, like two people I know, they make money from Top Town. If you know Top Town, they make a lot of money from Top Town. Now they have their own product too. They have their own company. They have their organization that they are building. So if you also have that kind of vision, you can use freelance to do it. It gives you that leverage and all those things. But if you're just starting out, you need hands-on experience on life projects. And the thing is, how you gonna get that kind of experience when you work in a team and when you work for a company? I don't know if I make sense to you, but that's just one thing.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma. And Godfrey, you can shoot.
All right, sir. So my question goes like this. I always hear often that there's a lot more money in web design than in product design. And with web design, it's a lot easier, especially if you're just going to be doing WordPress or like no-code tools. You can always get themes and you're fine and you get paid. How true is that? That's number one. And
Depending on the kind of money you're looking for.
in the sense that how that will I say quick money?
No.
No, not quick as in easy money,
first
but
of
like
all,
more
quick money,
constant.
true. Quick money, true. Like quick money, true. There was a time in my life that I was WordPress I was using to eat. Like it was sweet. You are not stressing yourself. That's why I said it depends on the goals you have for yourself, first of all. Because and mind you, there is web design no code, there's now mobile design no code. You get, so the
Yes,
same
sir.
way we have WordPress, we have Figma, we have
Wonderful.
Webflow, we have all those guys. We also have Flutterflow, we
Yeah,
have
but
Bubble and the likes that
Google.io. Yeah.
we get. It's just that it's more complex on mobile than web. On web is, there are a lot of templates, especially on WordPress. WordPress is so wild that you cannot have issues. You can develop anything on WordPress and it's going to work seamlessly. So yeah, true. In a sense, it's true, and in another way around, it's not really that true. You get, but if it's fast, like to get it
Like
fast,
short-term goals, yeah, short-term.
short term, like dropping money, you get something that it can come now, and you make them. And you know that web is not as complicated as mobile.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't need plenty screens on web. You don't need plenty screens. There's some web that are 5, 6, 7 screens. You are done.
Yes, sir.
And you have collect your maybe $200 or $300. How much is domain? You buy domain $15. You have set everything up. You have handed it over.
$200 to design. I'm sorry.
No,
I heard some people let up to 300 or 500. Sir. That's what I heard for WordPress sites.
That's too small now.
no,
Jeez.
it's just no. Some people take it though. Some people take it. If you go on Fiverr, you will see ridiculous amount of money. You see ridiculous amount of money. You see, that's why I said some people do a calculation of if I have like 10 at once. You get,
Okay.
there's a boy that I know, it's like a mentee, he just started, and he's not very good on WordPress. You understand? He's not very good on WordPress. He just started, like when I mean just started. The boy is getting like 6 to 7 designs. He gets, and I
So
think
because for me, why it annoys me is like, okay, I started product design just like 5 months ago or so, and I'm interning for a company in the UK, and so it is stressful, especially all these designs that have to do like Trello, like all these kind of designs that have like Kanban, all those
those are
administrative.
big. Now, if you are, for instance, if you're taking that kind of
Stressful.
project, if you're taking that kind of project on WordPress, you understand
Yes, sir.
that you should be getting a lot of money, because those are CMS platform. Those are big platform. Like if you are creating something like Trello now, something that looks like Trello, you are working with a lot of screens and a lot of data. So it depends on what you are working on, and it depends on what you take. But if it's something that will give you fast money, short time, learn few things.
So because as a beginner, sometimes it can be discouraging, like especially like having to go over meetings again and again, creating little tasks. And I know that if people are just designing, or if I was just designing WordPress, I don't know,
Yeah.
to not
So
stress me
that's the difference between if you are doing UI UX product design. You understand? Because for instance, maybe you take a project of even like might be a website project, and you collect maybe like 3,000. You understand? Or
Yes, sir.
2,000, 4,000. You have a lot of work to do because you are building a platform. You
Yes,
get
sir.
you are building a platform. You are going to you are going to work on a lot of research. Like it's going to stress you, and you're going to do a lot of meetings. You're going to also
Yes.
work with developers, work with stakeholders, work with a lot of things.
PMs, all of them.
So,
They're after my life,
so
sir.
you cannot compare that kind of stuff when you are doing WordPress. WordPress most of the time is like you are not working because you are not working with developer. You are developing it.
Yes, sir.
WordPress, you are not just designing. You are developing. So most of the time you are working with your clients directly. So that's why a lot of clients are people that use WordPress. You understand? It's not like massive projects like that, because some things you do, you don't really have um power over it. But for
Yes, sir.
instance, if you are doing let's use UX Drive, the community platform, for instance, we built everything from scratch. When I mean from scratch, we built everything from scratch. Like I think couple of weeks ago, we had when some persons were trying to do the UI challenge, and the site is not even opening. It's because we hit like over 500 users in the first 1 week. So the server was having issues. I had to pay to upgrade the server we are using on AWS. So when you want to do that kind of project, we had a lot of meetings, like serious meetings, because there are a lot of screens we're going to deal with. There are a lot of things we want to achieve. So
Yes,
when
sir.
you are doing that kind of project, it's different from when you are doing WordPress. That's why people that use WordPress is just sharp. Maybe there's somebody that have a fashion store. He just needs a website for branding purposes. You get that kind of thing. It's just
Yes,
like,
sir.
let's just build 2 landing page, or let's build what do we call this,
About
one
us or contact us.
one page design. You get
Okay.
that kind of thing. So, and young guys now, you cannot compare maybe somebody that is in university that $200 is like maybe 400K. You cannot expect that person that the person not even see 100,000 before. Just learn that kind of thing. He got like 2 or 3 projects, like $200. You get that kind of person.
Yes, sir.
It's going to, because there's a boy like that. I think the boy is in Unilag or something. He's not very good with WordPress. And what did he do? Is getting all these small jobs, something that he can finish it, something that you just get a template on Elementor and just run it, edit, you get
Yes, sir.
long HTML code. Go into, that WordPress, you can get a template and manipulate they can lock some features, go into the code, learn basic HTML and CSS, edit it, and you are done.
Yes, sir.
So, but if you are working on a big project, a normal product design project is more technical, is more demanding, and is more time
Yes.
taking. So you can I've done design sprints one time. We finished 200 screens. Over 100 of those screens, we had to delete it. Like, we had to remove it, because when we're doing competitive analysis, we realized that some of those features, as at the time we were doing it, it was relevant. But as at that time, when we're getting closer to launch, those features were not relevant again.
Oh,
So
wow. Oh, God.
imagine start removing all those things. You understand? Imagine start, and the thing is, when you are doing like a big project now, for instance, let's say mobile, iOS designers are designing, Android are designing, front end is working, back end is working, what do we call this guy? Even full stack guys are working. So you are going to do meeting, bro. Like I'm not capping. You are going to do meeting. Like you're especially when
Sometimes it can be harsh sometimes.
if you're a product designer, see, you are the one that cuts. You are the one that cuts the. You are the one that cuts the. You are the one that make the call. You get. So a lot of things are coming to you because what iOS developers are developing, you are the one that is doing it now. What Android
Yes,
guys are working on, you are the one that design. So you will get a lot of feedback, not just from your PM. If you have PM, if you have stakeholders, if you have um, lead designer. For instance, there's a project I was a lead designer, and the full stack developer is like the product manager. You get, and
yes, sir.
he's the full stack developer. Like it was so stressful. I'm not gonna lie, it was so stressful because you would you would you might be doing something, and then as we are designing the what is it called, the front end guys, we're also developing. So it's like it's not we finish design before.
That's the agile method.
So it was going simultaneously. So there's apart from stand-up meeting, there's a particular meeting we used to have that is just only designers and developers. You get,
Yes, sir.
they are already developing rubbish, so we are already having issues. We're already having issues. Sometimes they use the wrong fonts. So it's a lot than when you're doing just WordPress. So think and
So
niche also matter.
thank you so
Niche also
much. Thank you
matter.
so much for
If you
this.
are if you are working on a project that is like Web3 or cryptocurrency, and because the market is now saturated, the market is now very, very saturated that some places just create screens. Like there's this influx of what is happening in Nigeria now with people with financial technology, fintech, all these crypto apps that are
Yeah.
coming out. You get, so people are not even paying attention to. They just need one or two feature. They'll just duplicate one of their competitor, just change color, change text, use, you understand, developer
Yes, sir.
go and they are good. And that's why you not see the scalability of those products. When you see a product that people pay attention to create, you will see it in the market. You cannot compare Piggy Vest and even the transition to Money Point. You cannot compare those Paystack or Flutter Wave. You understand? You see
Or
that
Yes,
there's
sir.
build point.
or what?
Build point. I hate that app.
Honestly, I think it's owned by B Lord, right?
It's a duplicated project. They stole the idea from somewhere. That's why I hate the app so much. Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt.
really? I don't know anything. I've not even I don't think it's on UK App Store. So I've never even seen it before. There was somebody that chatted me up from TikTok that said he wanted us to build something like that, and I gave him my bill, and the guy run and build point
Wow.
again.
Because I think many people don't even do apps from scratch. I think they use many people use bubble.io to
Yeah,
just buy
people are using
things.
it right now. People are using it right now
That's
because
okay. They just go to
it just
bubble.io
it's
to buy
something that I
a
will
thing and
do.
then
Because
they go ahead.
using it takes a lot of, for instance, you need to be a Google developer before you can put apps on. You understand? There's a lot of documentation that go on when you are trying to but that's why me no code whether it is, as long as it's working, it's working. But if you want to build something on the global pedestal, because the day Flutter Flow will have issues, you have to have issues. Do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
when you are trying to build something for like that's going to stand the test of time, then you need to have ownership of it. So that's why I believe in just doing things from scratch, like let everybody work on what they want to work on. But all these new this thing, people just want fast stuff that they can use to
Yes, sir.
access things and just run with stuff. You understand?
And
Like for
many people,
instance,
as long as it's working, they are fine.
no that's care. Like for instance, if you see product like Tap Tap, I don't know if you know it, but people in the UK like Tap Tap, like what's this other one?
Hamster.
Tap Tap Send. There's this other one. What's the name of this app that we used to send change money? Oh. Yeah, two of them like that. I actually use tap tap send. Like it's a simple product, but is is very good. Like what I mean is the UIs are not much. You get the UI,
Yes,
the
sir.
number of screens in that app is not much, but it's fulfilling its purpose faster. Those kind of
Yes, sir.
products, the product designer did a lot of research in terms of competitive analysis and usability studies than working on aesthetics because the my needs, like for instance, I've forgotten the name of the second app, is stressful.
Is it
But I said I
Narla?
need it's stressful. You said what?
Is it Narla?
No,
Okay.
it's very popular. It's popular. It's like the one that first existed. But tap tap in three like I just need to in 3 clicks, I'm done with transaction. I'm done with transaction in 3 clicks. The only thing I know that I will press is the amount of money I want to change and
Is it
verify that.
Asimo you're talking about?
No, this one I'm talking about is called tap tap send.
Okay, 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 okay.
The first one I'll remember the name. It's popular, sha. I remember my second phone is not here. I would have opened it. Okay, my phone is here. I would have opened it. Phone is here. I'll check it. So before the end of this thing, I'll check it. So for instance, those kind of products, you know what they want to do because they need a lot of regulations.
Yes, sir.
They need a lot of regulations because you are transacting. I know that this one I'm saying they do. It's just like and this one I'm saying is like Remitly, if you know Remitly, just like Remitly. So they need a lot of regulations, so they cannot be playing with having their database on maybe Flutterflow or Bubble, if you know what I mean. So that's if you want to have control over everything you have. You just need to go the traditional way.
External. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Godfather Alpha.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, sorry. So my question is, earlier you talked about from your analysis, I discovered that there is more work on designers, on product designers than software engineers, or let me say software developers. So my question is this: why is it that in most organizations, even in my own organization, software engineers are more paid than designers, when it is actually designers that does all the jobs? Just like what you said, from my experience, the iOS, the Android, everything is channeled towards the product designer. But at the end of the day, it's the software engineers or the software developers that gets the glory. You understand?
Did they
Even
get
when they are giving recognitions goes more to software engineers and software developers, like the technical team. And again, why is it that product designers are being referred as the non-technical people in tech when
okay,
actually we are technical? Yeah, because what we are doing here, what you're teaching us, or what I've learned, is technical. And what is technical? Something you do with your hands.
so first of all, UX design is tech. So don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't let anybody gaslight you. UX design is tech. Even community managers are also in tech. It's people just want to glorify these things, and I understand the angle. Now, in terms of why is engineers, software engineers, and all those things, they have high payment, or you understand they have more recognition than designers. To be honest, if you look at it honestly, I'm also a designer, so I know. If you look at it honestly, the technicality in engineering, the technicality in the engineering of products is actually very, very complex than the designing. To get that product, what you design, functioning, you understand? You know that they bring what you design to life. That's what they do. They bring what you
Yes,
design,
I know.
bring it to life. Now, I'm not going to say that designers, because designer actually do all the, like, you are the one that have you just receive the blueprint, but you are the one that go through all the process of making that product exist. But for that product now to come to life, you need a software engineer. And trust me, bro. When you could have seen it. When you see where they are writing code, when you see where they are writing code, bro, you know that it's not a joke. I'm not lying, no. Like, maybe it's because I see it as too complex, but software engineering is a lot of work. Is a lot of work. Trust, and you know that we design. That's why they don't like us, because me too. Sometimes I imagine you do a prototype and you expect that person to do that prototype the way you did it. It's going to take a lot of things. Just look at the modality around. For instance, let me use UX Try, for instance, because that's one of the issues about having it, my backend developer, because I want to know the amount of persons that are registered into the platform. You understand? I want to know the number of persons that sign up for Bootcamp. I want to know the number of users that take UI design challenge. Now, I want uniqueness for individual users. Do you understand? I want uniqueness for individual users. So I want to be able to access, I want to be able to see each of the individual users and their progress. You know that, for instance, we just designed. Okay, let me share your screen and just show that, so that you understand that there's a lot of technicality that go on. So that's why their money. If you see where they are paying software devs, man, their money no be here. Well, are you
Yeah,
going
I
to?
know.
Their work is serious. Their work is not a joke.
I know.
Let me show you, for instance. I'm going to show you guys this. But let me show you guys. I don't know. Am I sharing my screen here? Okay, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let's see. Show you this. You can see this screen, right?
Yes.
So this is our backend, right? Because I'm a super admin. So these are backend, right? I have access to everything, right? And I can see all the users. I can know the people that are taking Bootcamp. I can know the people that are doing design challenge and all that, right? I can even access what they are doing. You get individually. Now, on Figma, is that what we just created what they would do? So we just created this design. Do you understand? We just created this design. Now, the uniqueness of individual of these guys, and it will not collide with each other. They are the one that make it happen. Do you understand what I mean? For you, for people, now I want to sign in. This is user side, right? This is user side. This is like my dashboard on user side. If you to sign in, you are not going to see what I'm seeing. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
So we created what is supposed
Well,
to be.
you created this interface, right?
I created everything.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. They are playing their part. We are playing our part. So the salary should be 50.
Godfather, their part is more than our part.
It's a lie. No. I don't want to accept
Coding is no joke, Godfather. Coding is no joke.
Listen, Velisa, do you know the reason why we are seeing it as if our own is less? Is because we are not software engineers, okay? We think our own part. Look, I've seen a product designed by a product designer handed over to a software developer to develop, and I've also seen a product designed by software. Most of the software developers they also can design the front end. They can design like we design, but there's a difference. You understand? The functionality will be there, but the aesthetics will be lacking.
Yes.
Godfather, why don't you try learning how to code so you can fit into their shoes?
No, I can't learn
so
how
then
to.
You can compare.
You don't get it. I own a startup here. Listen, and I've paid a software engineer. Last year, I paid a software engineer $50,000 to develop an app that is my startup here in South Africa. So don't worry, I know what I'm talking about. But my question is, why are they earning more? Because I've watched both ends. It's still the same technicality required. It's still the same time required. Yes, there seems so also in product design, because now Bami, please
the same time.
Don't be angry. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be saying this. I should be learning from you, but I'm talking from my own experience. I discovered that it's it's not that easy for a product designers to translate research data into an actual visual design. That is where the major work is.
But I can do it.
It's not every product designer that have that skill to translate a data to actual visual design. It's not, see, forget about this interface you are making here and designing. Where the real problem is when you face a real life project, whereby you do a research. Now you have to convert that data you got and turn it into a solution, which is visual and functional.
The thing is, a lot of people, especially in today's time, they didn't actually go to the now. This is my philosophy: is when it comes to product design, we have 90% research and 10% design. 90% research and 10% design. That's my philosophy, because it's not just the aesthetic that you put into it. No, is how well can you collect research and translate it into design. And that's what actually makes a very, very good product. And people just want to see how you put your pixels together, you put all your this thing and just dabble into code and development and just release the product. No. But the thing is, can they give you a research methodology like this, or a quantitative research, and you translate that research into a product? And that's why before you can work in all those big industries, like when I mean big top tier firms, you need that skill set, because they don't really care about what you are putting together. Like, they don't really care about what you are putting together. You know what I mean? Put it together, your software sufficiency. They care about how well you can translate the product. And also, we now have different niche. To be honest, we now have different niche when it comes to this thing. For instance, we have growth designers, and people don't even understand the difference between UI design, UX design, and product design. People don't know the difference. Like, people really don't know the difference, because for you to be a product designer, you actually first of all care about the data, you care about the marketing, and you care about the business goals. Now, you don't just care about opening Figma or knowing how to use software. No, you care about the business goals, you care about the data, and you also care about the marketing. Because what you want to release to the market, is it scalable? Is it scalable? When it meets the user's needs, is it going to, are they going to sell? You understand? And that's why sometimes product managers are always on your neck, because product managers, they don't just want the design to be fine. They want something that will actually match the expectation of the product they are trying to release. Because trust me, everybody's putting in investment. There's a project we worked on like one time. I think the guy got money maybe from politicians and all that. He wants to release an LA services. Like, it paid money. Our team was like a bunch of guys, like good guys, you get. And I was saying them because to the amount of money that they are spending, they didn't do a good market survey. When I mean good market survey, because the product manager didn't do a good market survey, because they just want duplication of features and just want to release the market. It's not going to sell. They are when you collect real life data and you translate real life data, you know that there's a lot of work when it comes to product design. Vanessa. So young Paul, I think Godfather sent the link. Vanessa, you're raising up your hand.
Yeah, I was saying that you said product designers, they also care about the business goals and all of that. So I wanted to ask that, don't UX designers also put the business goal in mind while conducting their research as well?
So you put the business goal in mind, you understand, as a UX designer, but you are more concerned about the user experience of the product.
Okay.
You understand? You are more concerned about the user experience. What is the user experience? The user experience span just not the user experience is usability. The user experience is what is it called? Is designing for accessibility. The for instance, Google has a feature now that you don't need to. They are creating feature that will make blind people to be able to use their mobile phones well. So that's why there's voice. You see that many product has voice
Voice. Yeah.
voice um voice messages. You don't need to type. You can use your voice. They have facial recognition.
Assistive technologies.
You understand? All those things are user experience. All those
Yeah.
things are user experience. Now, what the product designer is going to do is this this thing that we're doing, is it going to make our market sell more than our competitor?
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for instance, if you as a user experience, when you are doing your user flow and your pain points, your empathy mapping and your competitive analysis, and you
Mm.
say that, okay, why not let us add automatic subscription payments to our own products, and people don't need to put their card. People can use their Apple Pay or their Google Pay. You understand? When you're
Mm.
thinking about what a UX designer is going to be thinking is, okay, how we user have this experience. Now, how we user have this experience? Do they need to be clicking too much? You understand?
Mm.
They need to, for instance, do you know that everybody now, you don't want to go to the stress of typing your 12-digit number of your ATM and your name and your what's that other thing, the security, this thing, before you pay for something online. Now, is a user experience that will say, why not let us put Apple Pay? Why not let us put, we now have some some products, there are some apps that on that place that you want to put your card for payment, there's a camera there that you just click the camera, then you snap your card, then all those digits is going to be there. I hope you have seen it.
Yes. Yes. I
Now
know.
that is a user experience. So when a user experience is thinking about those things, the solution first of all is that how will people pay seamlessly? A user experience designer will think about those things and say that, okay, this is going to help the user more, because what you want to do is to make the solution you are providing is to make life easier for your user. Now, what a product designer will think is, okay, if we put this feature, will it give us more? Will it give us more users? When I mean more users, are we going to have more data? Let's compare with other products. How many persons love doing this? How many persons don't love doing this? Okay, if we put this feature, are we guaranteed that we're going to get 10 or 20 users? Does anybody else is also doing it? Then they look at the other side of it, because you must always do your SWOT analysis. You look at the other side of it, which is the threats. Will people be comfortable using their phone to snap their card because of security? Okay, let us look at this environment. Are people still scared of putting their card online? Those are the things that a product designer is going to look at. Because in terms of user experience, it's fine. It's a good thing in terms of user experience. But in terms of market survey and the business goal, what will this thing bring? If this thing is not going to make us get more customer or more users onto our platform, let us go the other way. Are you now seeing the significant
Yes.
difference?
Yes.
So everybody is actually needed. It's just the
Of
way
course.
channel what you're supposed to be doing on your own duty.
Mm.
Now, do you understand?
Okay.
Now, a
Yes.
product
Yes.
designer is going to monitor. You monitor as people are downloading, or if you are using, as people are downloading, as people are interacting, you are testing, you are getting the result. You are saying, okay, what? That's why you see version 1.2 version. For instance, I'm an Apple person. Like, all my gadgets are Apple. What do I love about Apple? Number one is the ecosystem. I love Apple's ecosystem. Like, Apple ecosystem is so seamless. The user experience is crazy. Do you understand? And are they
Yeah.
selling it? Yes. Are they selling it? Yes. How are they now collecting people's money more? They will tell you iPhone 16 Pro Max, iPhone something Pro Max. They'll just put new features. You understand? And they increase the market value. You get what will a product designer be caring about? Because let us put this feature that all these our competitor don't have. Even if they have it, we are going to do our own like this, and we are sure of making this X amount of data, which converts to money at the end of the day. Because those are the things that the marketers, people who are the digital marketers, social media marketers, copywriters are going to use as market value. Because when you're approaching sponsors or you're approaching this thing, you are telling them that our product has over 10,000 users in the first 5 weeks. You don't understand, because people are going to now reason, why do they have 10,000 users? It means they are doing something that is making users to be engaging their products, and it's converting to money.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. God.
All right, so my question is more of a design, is design related. So like all these e-commerce sites, especially whereby you have let's say a particular dress or a pair of sneakers, you have like 5 images. They are all in different orientations, but the same pair of sneakers or the same dress. So when you're looking for those kind of images, what do you do? How do you get them, especially for free? Because if you're to get them either from Google or on Splash or whatever, you're not going to have that same pair of sneakers or same dress worn by the same person in different orientations. So how do people?
Are you asking how e-commerce platforms are doing it?
No, the pictures, the images, like as a product designer.
Yeah, are you asking how they are doing it?
Yes, sir. How do they get those images of the same product in different orientations?
It's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing, yeah.
Yes,
when
sir.
the designer design, so that also boils down to the kind of products. Let's use don't let us use that. Let me look at something that is holistic so everybody can. Let's look at AliExpress, for instance.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's look at AliExpress, for instance. Now, there's a customer. Do you know most of those products is not owned by AliExpress?
I won't be surprised.
You don't have to be surprised. It's actually not owned by AliExpress. When you want to buy something on AliExpress, the seller is actually there.
Okay.
The seller is actually there. Most of all those things on AliExpress is not owned by AliExpress. That's the number one thing. Now, the way they design that platform, when the seller is uploading, the seller uploads the pictures.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? So most of the pictures you see on all those products is the seller that uploads those pictures.
But in the case you're doing, like, let's say I'm doing like a passion project, for example.
I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Most of those products that are not owned by the platform is the seller that uploads those images. Now,
yes, sir.
Let's say, for instance, you created a design. When the designer designing, the designer is going to put images there. Now, most of the images the designer is putting is not real life image.
Yes, sir.
They are just dummy images for description of what is going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? How is going to come to real life project? Most of the time, it's not the concern of the designer. That's one thing. The second thing is, if it is the company that is bringing out the product, for instance, if you go to LG websites and you want to buy from LG, it's LG that owns that LG website, and whatever picture you're seeing there is from LG.
Yes, sir.
Now it means LG themselves have those photographs that their designers are using.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So those images of those products were taken, like they were snapped by photographers. We have industrial photographers, we have product photographers. So
yes, sir.
You understand? They are taking those photographers and they are giving it to their designers. So it's not just those designers are not just using it on the e-commerce platform. Whatever brand identity design, social media design that you are seeing that image is actually the company that snapped it and they use it for themselves. So if LG now is selling on Jumia, right? If LG is, that you can buy LG on Jumia now, because LG has a license to Jumia. Jumia will have access to all those images that they will use if Jumia is good.
So they get the images from them directly.
Now his license those are part of when they are doing their email and all those things. Okay, which product are you giving us? You are giving us LG, OLED, Ultra HD, blah 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 blah. The images will come with it in the email documentation.
Yes, sir.
You don't understand?
No, I do. So they get all of them from the company.
That's what the product designer is going to use.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you want to work for a particular product, you tell them to go and snap picture.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I knew, but I didn't know it was that serious because I thought the product designer
No,
sometimes has to
it's not
actually
serious
be
if
there.
you want brand credibility. If you are doing like clothes now, and it's not, see, my friends that even do brand identity, you tell them to go and snap picture. And you can turn that picture to a mock-up and put the product, but you tell them to go and snap picture. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
So is but if the product now, if it's like all those AliExpress, that the seller is the seller that will put the image. It's just that the requirements is already on the platform for the seller to abide with.
Yes, sir.
So
So the seller just uploads the images there.
yeah. Yes, now
Yes.
it's just like Shopify that you have your own shop.
Okay,
You
sir.
don't
I
know
understand.
a
No,
platform
see,
like
I
AliExpress
just didn't know it was that serious because I
is very,
always
very
thought
complex. A platform like AliExpress is very, very complex
we can get away with that.
because there's a user side, there's a client side, and you know both the client and the user are also users for the owners of the product.
Okay.
You don't get it.
I'm not
Uber
really.
or Boats or which hailing services you use in Nigeria, right? Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The driver, the what do they call you people that use them? Is it passenger? It's not passenger. The driver and the rider. Sorry, the driver and the rider. Right. The driver
Yes, sir.
and the rider. Both of you are users to boats.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
So the driver is also a user that they have a different app for.
Yes, sir.
The rider is also a user that they have a different app for.
Yes, sir.
So both of you are actually a user to
Yes,
both.
sir.
Now the user, the rider is also a user to the driver,
Yes,
and the
sir.
driver is also a user to the rider.
Yes, sir.
So both of you are users
To
to
both.
the boat, just the same way AliExpress is. So the shop, like for AliExpress, is more complex because it means the platform that the shop owners have, that you are a customer, you don't have that platform.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see the shop owners profile, so it means shop owners have their profile, users also have their profile.
Yes, sir.
You
And
understand?
then the super
So
admin.
super admin is on the admin side though,
Yes,
and that one
that's a different one.
controls all the admins.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. These are the things that you might not get when you're freelancing. So anybody want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to chip in to what you already said. So the whole thing you are trying to describe or to, try to make him understand is that is called platform as a service. As building a
Yeah.
platform, then allow people to use that the same business model Airbnb is using. They just build
Yeah.
a platform, then people who owns a property jumps on it, and people who wants to use the property for short letting also jumps on it. So they build a two model business whereby they have the users and they also have the providers. The providers are the ones like in Uber, the providers are the ones who owns the car and the users are the ones who ride on the car. And both of them pay differently. The riders pay and the drivers also pay for the platform. So the platform is making money from both the rider and also the users. Thank you.
That's spot on. Vanessa.
So, where do you build your websites? Do you use Figma or what platform do you use or do you prefer?
Where do I build my website?
Yes.
Which of my websites?
Like UX Drive, for instance, now.
UXI was developed and coded, though. Was coded.
Ah.
Yes, so it's not WordPress. Like we literally designed it, everything.
Okay.
Everything was designed. So what I showed you is not WordPress, so WordPress okay. Show you everything was designed. Let me show you. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So everything was designed. This is everything. This is a registered user. Everything was designed, and this is the non-registered users. So everything was designed. This is the sign up flow, signing and logging and log out flow. So everything was designed, including the what is it called? The responsiveness, the email, um email sign. Everything was designed. So everything, even the certification that will come after you finish prototype challenge. So this is the admin. Everything was designed. So front-end developer developed it. Can you see? This is the admin side. You can see it. This is the admin side. Everything. So there's regular admin, there's super admin. Everything is designed. So his email templates. So it wasn't. So a front-end developer is going to develop it. A back-end developer is also going to do it. They are going to render it and they're going to launch it. You understand? There are a lot of servers that people use. There's AWS, there's Render, there's a lot of them. After you buy your domain, then the other things you will know how to do it. You just host it. They just host it for you. Edit.
All right, sir. So, my question is more like a favor. So, at the end of this bootcamp, is it possible for us to be given a file that has like a complete project? It doesn't even have to be a real life project, so that we can actually get to like study the file and understand it. Like this ones that you just showed to us, it looks very complex, but it's something that, like personally, I would love to study. So, like at the end of this, I mean the you were showing us UX Drive, yeah? Like a project like this.
It doesn't look complex, so you're the one that just
So it looks so like when we were going around, it looked like too many screens.
it's even small.
So is it possible for us to be given a particular project? It may not even be a real project to anyone, like a file like this at the end of bootcamp, so that we can actually like study. Because like when I look, I just see too many screens and I'm like, oh, wow, like where?
Sometimes when you see too many, see, there's a day I wonder when I did like it was close to like over 100 screens. When you now open it and you're like, damn, I like you did all these things. It's just that I don't know how I can explain. It's just the more you are just doing it, as you're finishing it, you are going into another one. As you're finishing it, you are going to another one. As you're finishing it, you are going to another one. Like this project now, we design all the app store. How the app store is going to look like. So Android is Android for rider, Android for driver, iOS. That's Google Play. Like, man, it is well. Don't worry, you will get there.
I have to.
You will get there.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So let's get into business. Is there anybody else? I'm actually enjoying the conversation. It's been long I talk like this. I have a session tomorrow. Anybody that cares to join? I'll share it on the.
Is it the one with the girl?
With the girl, which girl? Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Where did you see it?
I saw it on LinkedIn. I told you I follow you on LinkedIn. I follow
Oh,
all of
okay.
it on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. So I registered already, like last week or so.
Are you serious? So there's a registration. I don't know.
I'm your fan now. Oh, my.
I
They play. They
never know there's a
play.
registration. Oh. Maybe we can even look at it. Better slides.
Your fan now. I follow you.
Ah, oh, God, I beg you. And they are not even tagging me, so they're even posting this way. It's actually tomorrow, and I'm actually working tomorrow. I think I'll close early. Because there's football match tomorrow too.
So does it mean our bootcamp extends till next week?
Possibly though, but
Because
we have
today we consider today as a chat day, a conversation.
as in, I'm just going through some things. It's actually good, and that's why. And one thing I've been advising people is, if you want to upscale in this industry, have group of friends that also want to upscale in that same industry. It's actually very good. It's going to help. Like it's going to help. Like me and one of my friends are having a chit chat today, and discussing some plans about UX Drive and all that, and all the things that we need to put in place. And it's actually very good. Like is like my Oga. It's just that he's my friend. He started design ahead of me. And so he's very good. And he works for a very big company, and he earns a lot of money than I do. So it's when you stay in those, like for instance, I have a lot of friends, industry friends, even people that you respect, that their faces are out there. You get one thing he just does is, as long as you guys want to grow, things just rub off. Things just rub off. You just realize that you are you are progressing because they are also progressing. If you are a serious person, you are progressing as they are also progressing. It's not that you guys should just be talking about design only. No, sometimes you are just talking about random things and all those things. But because you are also in that industry and you are in the community of people in that industry, you just see that you are growing because you are serious about growth. And one thing about UX design is you just have to put yourself out there. It's important. Like you have to put yourself out there and talk about your struggles, talk about your ideas, talk about your pain points, talk about features, things you want to learn is also part of the things that help people grow. I'm not gonna lie. So make friends with community people, attend events like when you start because me, I'm a very indoor person. Like I'm a very, very, very indoor person. Very, very, very extremely very indoor person. Like even last week when I got to my office, no, 2 days ago, I was looking like a stranger. Because I can't remember when last. Maybe this year I've gone there once. So, but always attend events, go out more, sharpen your creativity, read. Let me give you one gist. The best like movies. When I mean like movies, watch a lot of animated movies. It helps creativity. It helps creativity. Like animated movies, it helps your creativity. You have to be very intuitive as a designer. For instance, when I'm looking at something, I'm looking at why the person did what they did. Why did this designer put this here? Why did this thing do this here? Why, you understand? Because I want to know where that person is thinking from, the intention of that person. So it's always good to, and don't don't hate criticism. I know some people are toxic. Oh, please run away from them. Some people are very, very, some communities are actually very, very toxic. Like people just, a new designer that is just growing up in design, post a design and you're just overly insultive, overly negative, overly you get sometimes you just need to run away from such environment because it cannot help your creativity. So you need a very positive environment, a very conducive environment, and everybody's just gonna be fine at the end of the day. I hope we know what this is. This is low fidelity wireframe. Okay, we have this. I'm ready to impact the industry. Yeah, be ready to impact the industry. Annabelle, are you here? Is Annabelle here? Okoro Sunday, where is your assignment?
Yeah, I was working on it somewhere, but my system got low, so I could not transport what I've done into the my frame on the bootcamp. But I'll do that probably tonight, or
No
I'll be
problem.
able to send it. Sir. Yes, sir.
Where is Godfather. So Godfather, your spacing. Now this Godfather design, this Godfather design, it looks like what some developer would develop without designer. You know, back in the days when UX design is not a thing. I mean, back in the days when developers are the one that used to develop all those government platform, all those your WAEC, WAEC registration portal, all those portal. This is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it used to be. So I like this. What is it called? This search impute feed.
Mm.
Your spacing here. I don't understand.
Which one?
This spacing in this header is not giving. It's too close to each other.
Okay.
God, I beg you. Too close to each other. I don't know. You know, when you're looking at something, you're trying to find faults, but you cannot actually point a fault. But you know, it's not actually giving what it's supposed to give. So you literally don't even know what to say.
Actually went against the norm, and you're like, no, let me do something different.
And do you know this kind of platform is plenty in China? No, I'm serious. When you go through all those Asian platforms like Asian, all those China, India, Pakistan, all those like they're actually tech oriented.
Mm.
These are their platforms used to look like.
Mm. I just say no. I don't want to create any what's it called, mood board. I just design it off my head, off my head, off my head. That's a, if you look at the buttons for bar, you can see they are directly opposite each other. Did you see it?
Yeah, so
Mm.
as I said, is giving that nothing is wrong with it. By
Mm.
saying that looking at it is looking like
Something is wrong. I know.
because sometimes that's why it's all about the users. That's just the truth. It's all about the users. It's all about the user. But why is this looking like
I don't,
this buy now? This button I use for your buy now, I don't know. It's looking like
mm.
slider.
It looks like slider. I know because of the underlying stroke.
Yeah. Look at something that you swipe to
Yeah.
send. Not bad actually.
I just decided to do something different.
Annabelle, where are you? Annabelle. After you didn't do this correction, I said. This is not actor. Actor. Are you there? Hello? Hello, actor.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah. Um, the correction, you did do it.
So this the bottom corner size. Then
This image, we spoke about this image. We also spoke about, I think that's the only thing you didn't do.
sorry, sir. Then image on what you have told, I didn't got the point.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get another image, you understand that it's not, it doesn't have a box, you understand, just a phone. That,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I didn't got the point. I changed this one.
all right. Where is, Annabelle? Is she there? Godfrey said he hasn't started, have you?
Yes, I have not started. So are we supposed to replicate the, because I don't know, I was supposed to replicate the furniture one, or was supposed to just do a new design altogether?
No, I gave a brief.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the brief.
I just said people should create um people should create uh an e-commerce platform using the primary color of that design we did, but I give everybody in each individual niche. So this design, you use the primary color, which is this green. You use to create an e-commerce platform. So you should work on work on a work on a car selling platform.
Car selling. Okay, let me write that down. But I have to maintain the primary color, the green and the carton
Just,
color.
just use the green.
Okay, I can pick my accent myself. Okay.
Yeah. It's really little.
Okay, so I've written it down. Car selling landing page. All right.
So it's now we want to extend our dates. But before we do that, um before we go these nights, I really want us to do mobile. Okay, let me just explain some things to us about mobile. So what I'm going to explain to us today is what we call the splash screen and the onboarding screen. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. So we have what we call the splash screen and the onboarding screens. So the splash screen is like the introductory screen of a product, let's say a mobile app. That's the first thing that appears when you open an app. It's like something that shows the logo or something that just show that load up the products. You understand? So for instance, for those who are in Nigeria, you know what you know Access app now. You know Access app. You know when you open Access app, it's going to show one video of one girl crossing the road. I don't know if they still do that thing. Or for instance, if you open your boats, you see it's going to show boats. That first thing, that boat that you are seeing there is called a splash screen. You understand? So different products with most products uses their app. You understand? Most they use their logo as their splash screen. That's what is called a splash screen. A splash screen is what you see. Is the first thing you see when you open a product. So why do we need a splash screen? So first of all, a splash screen, it gives you a visual tone of the app. It gives you a visual tone of the app experience. It introduces the brand, the name, the logo, the color. You understand? So that is why they say don't judge a book by its cover. At least you will see the cover, right? At least we go see cover before we do anything. That's why the cover need to make sense. Do you understand what I mean? The cover need to make sense. Even if we are not going to judge it by the cover, but let the cover be good enough. Do you understand? Because we might be judging the book by the cover. The cover might not be fine. The cover might not be fine, but the book might be good. The content of the book might be good. Do you understand what I mean? And we will not buy the book because we feel that. Do you know that? I don't know if it's me. Do you know that if you see a food restaurant and maybe the banner of the food restaurant is not fine, or the way they do the food banner outside the food restaurant shop, do you know you might not want to eat there? You can assume that the food will not be sweet by the banner.
100.
Like, I don't know if it's only me. If I see your banner, like your food, I would just assume that. But do you know that it might not be true? It might not be true. Do you understand? For instance, if you go to all those barber salon, I don't know, in Nigeria, they don't do that in the UK. In Nigeria, all those trenches where we kind of people like us grew up, you see that they will put different hairstyle. I don't know if you know what I mean. They put different hairstyle on the glass, like different haircut styles on the glass that you would probably choose from it. Now, the barber might not know how to cut those hairstyles, right? He might not know how to, but because you are seeing it, it's giving you that impression. So what I mean is, that's why your splash screen needs to be important. I don't know if you can get some. Let me see if I can get some splash screens. But in essence, that's what splash screen is like. Okay, let me open this one for instance. So you see what you're seeing here, this Omega Pay. This Omega Pay, that's the splash screen. So I can decide that this product will not be fine. Now, this product will not be fine. Do you know it has sent a lot of message? Do you know it has sent a lot of message? Because does it signify the functionality of the product? Somebody should answer me.
Yeah.
But you know it might not. That the splashing is not good doesn't mean that the user experience will be bad.
Of course. Yeah. 100.
Very
But
true.
because but the splash screen can make me not want to use the product. I'll be like, I'll just have a perception. I'll just have a perception that with what I'm seeing here, this thing cannot be good. That is why the first thing that people see is important. For instance, see that Access Bank app. I really don't know what they are thinking. They sent a lot of message from that splash screen. That one that a girl is crossing the road, shaking her bum. No, it's true because everything. See, when you see a product, you see the people that did that thing. They have a lot of message they are sending. Do you know that because of that girl that is crossing the road and shaking her bum, Some people will open it, they will go and download the app. I've actually seen somebody that say, look at it. Me actually off it because it takes a lot, it saves a lot of cash files. But I've actually seen somebody that say, I like Access Bank because one get a crossroad, they shake them more. That's even when I noticed that there was somebody that was shaking. I know that somebody used to cross, but what is in my own mind is that somebody went to the bank to use the product, you understand? But another person is seeing that a girl is crossing the road and shaking bum. You don't understand? This thing is brand perception. It's brand perception. That is why the first thing that people see when they open your product is actually very important. Is extremely very, very important, which is your splash screen. So your splash screen must be giving, like all these gens are saying, must be giving what it's supposed to give. You understand? Now, let me, like I said, these are examples of splash screen. Like this is this one here. This is the splash. This is a splash screen. Why is it not? I don't want to open it. This person like plant stuff. That's a splash screen. Let me see if I can still get. Hey, you know when you open Netflix, I say "Padang," right?
Yeah.
That's a splash screen.
Or Mr. Delivery, you hear woo.
That's a splash. I think this person did the animation. This person did the animation.
I was even about to ask, will you teach us animation or there's a special program for that one?
It has to be
prototyping.
Yes.
Okay, there'll be a boot camp for that one.
Yes.
No, okay.
This is a splash screen. Did everybody follow?
Yeah.
This is a splash screen.
Yes.
So this is what is called a splash screen. It has to be given. It has to make sense so that people who want to love what you are doing. Then now we have what we call the onboarding screen. We have what we call the onboarding screen. Now the onboarding screen are set of screen. Now the difference between onboarding and splash is a concurrent feature. Like you see it every time. When people are accessing the product, you see it every time. Do you understand? But onboarding is actually to new users. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Everybody, do you understand? Just use thumbs up if you get what I mean. Splash screen is like a one-time thing. No, sorry, splash screen is like a concurrent thing. But you see, onboarding screen is one time and it's specifically to new users. Now, is to introduce the feature of the app, to explain what you need to do, the functionality, the highlight, the goal. So the goal of onboarding screen is for you to familiarize quickly, to demonstrate the value, to tell you what this app is, to tell you, okay, this is what you stand to gain when you familiarize yourself with this product. Like, and again, it gives you like the main functionality, the unique selling points. What everybody puts on their splash screen is their unique selling points. Have you noticed? What everybody puts on their splash screen is that even if the product is doing a lot of things, right? What you see on the splash screens is their unique selling points. I don't know if anybody understand what I mean. Is their unique, is that thing that is selling. Is that thing that is selling. That's what they will put. They will use as the feature. Why? And why is that? Because they want you to be able to see what they are selling faster. And most time people use, you can use it as you can use images, you can use illustration, you get. So bottom line is a splash screen is like, is a concurrent one that happens all the time. right? Why an onboarding is like one-time thing for now. If did you notice that the first time you downloaded Uber or Bolt, it has an onboarding screens, right? The first time. But each time when you now begin to use it, you realize that you don't see those onboarding screens anymore. Am I correct? You get. And one other thing is, depending on that's why you need to do your usability studies there. We have some apps you don't register before you start using it. Do you know? For instance, your e-commerce platform, you don't need to register before you start using it. It's when you want to now purchase that they'll tell you to register. As a matter of truth, there are some of them that you don't even need to register before you use their services. Now, let me do some example. If you download a boot app, you do a one-time registration, right? That's a one-time registration. It might be your phone number, just for verification purpose. And after that, each time you log in, it just take you directly to home. Am I correct? Right? Right. Now, have you noticed that when you're using a bank app, you log in every time? You log in every time. Maybe you are using your fingerprint to log in, or you're using your Face ID to log in, or you're using your memorable word to log in, or you're logging in with your password, or you're signing in. But each time you open like a bank app or a fintech, you are logging in. Why? Security. I don't know if you understand. If you are using an e-commerce app, you don't need to sign up. But when you want to purchase, when you decide to purchase something and you want to go and through the what do we call that thing when you want to purchase something? Through the
Checkout.
Through the checkout. Thank you very much. Through the checkout, you will definitely register. Do you understand? Now, if you are using what is it called? An airline. If you're using an airline, probably you want to fly, right? Do you know, or maybe a train or something? You don't need to register before you buy your tickets. Am I correct? You don't need to register before you buy your ticket. You can buy your ticket without being a user. So those are different. So we have onboarding, we have splash, and we have sign up variations. And that's depending on the app. Do you understand? I opened this. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is like a. Let me open this in. This person is a Nigerian. Okay, so another one. Okay, this is another one too. Now, can you see? This is an onboarding screen. This is an onboarding screen here. But it's just one. But this is an onboarding screen. You just move from onboarding then to sign in and sign up variation. I'm looking here. Yeah. This is an example of what I'm saying. Can you see? Welcome to Solve. Design template of every Tuesday. Download now. You do understand? This is the proper onboarding screens that introduces the platform. Do we understand? So, like I said the other time, those are the differences between the splash screen, the onboard, and they are so important. They are so important. This is another one. One of the people that uses onboarding screen a lot, when you see all those gym platform, all those educational platform, they uses it because it's important. You can see. So like this one, they use illustration, right? The illustration is depicting whatever is here. So it's telling you that on this app, you can track your work, you can get your results, you can organize your team. I don't know if somebody understands what I'm saying. So this is like a proper onboarding screen, which is different from a splash screen. Let me see. See this project here. Here's the mobile app. Now, most times, onboarding screens work most time on mobile. Onboarding screens work most time on mobile. It's not that it's not on web, There are some web that have onboarding screens where you choose preference and all, especially all this new AI platform. AI platform, they have onboarding screens on web. So this is the splash screen. It actually has an animation. Where is the onboarding? It did onboarding now. God, I beg you. Let me look for extras. I know we did some stuff. Can you see? Can you see the onboarding screens? Can you see it? You understand? So these are onboarding screens you get. So Godfrey, you see everything you are seeing here?
Yes, sir.
Everything you are seeing here
Yes, sir.
is waste. We didn't use it.
Wow.
Like, look at this whole variation. This is a variation. So
That's serious. That's very serious.
it's not a joke, actually. So, does anybody have any
To
questions?
be sure, if you're saying you guys did not use it, was it because the client decided to go towards another direction, or
This like this is like a proper company. No, it's because there's a feature that is not important again.
okay.
There's a feature that is not important. We have to tweak some buttons. So at the end of the day, that one no will work again.
I'm learning, Sha. I'm learning.
Like this project, I don't know why it's not live yet, because we are done with version 2. We're done with version 2. We're done with the version 2. One thing again that people don't even pay attention to is terms of service. Somebody design a whole product and forget the terms of service. You now call me to come and do it for you. I collected my money, Sha.
But sorry, who is to write the terms of service? Is it the
It's actually,
designer or the
it's
lawyer?
actually, it's actually the company, basically, because you are the most time is that the legal team that do it.
Okay.
Like
So
the
the
legal team.
designer has to now translate it into interfaces.
Yeah. But you know this Wuru platform now.
They just go to copy and paste.
Um, so anybody with any question? Is Vanessa still here?
Yes, yes, I'm still here.
Okay. Can anybody create an onboarding screen?
Yep.
Actor, you can't create an onboarding screen. Okay.
No, sir.
Annabelle, can you create an onboarding screen? Is Annabelle actually here?
I don't think Annabelle is on this call.
Vanessa, can you create onboarding screens?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Are you serious? Hey, so I have a meeting for 10. Wow.
What's the time in UK now? And what's the time in Nigeria?
Nigerian time and UK time is the same time presently, but it's going to change on Sunday. That's this Sunday.
So I think you guys are 1 hour behind, though. I think it has changed, though.
It hasn't.
What's the
Uh,
time?
okay, because I know it changes October.
Eddie, what's the time there now?
Here it's 10:12.
12.
Yes, that's Nigeria. Here it's 10:12.
Okay.
Yes,
Here it's actually 11:12.
Okay.
So
Video
by
design on
11:30, I should be off here because that is the time for noise making. If not, the security will start knocking on my door.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm gonna give everybody an assignment here. Apart from actor, I'll tell you what to do. So let's go. Vanessa,
Sir.
create an onboarding screen. Create splash create. And onboarding sequence for fintech app.
Okay.
So use your discretion for the style guide. That's Vanessa.
Okay.
Right? Did I tag you? Okay, tag you. Editor, you are owing to assignments.
Yes, sir. The landing page, and yes, that's on. This will be the second.
Create splash and please, we are looking for a social media volunteer for the community. I think we need to put it. Create a splash and onboarding screens for. Let me copy this thing. Oh, is this editing, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, a food app, food delivery app.
All right.
Better for better should create for travel. Have I done Vanessa? I've done Vanessa. I've done Olaju. Juwonlo.
Oluwajunwonlo.
Má bínú. Oluwajunwonlo. What's your mail? Are you on this Figma? No.
Yes. Yes,
What's
sir.
your
Oluwajunwonlo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not seeing any Oluwajunwonlo. I don't think you're on this Figma. What's your email? Your email address that you use for this Figma?
Oluwajunwonlo Adedayo29@gmail.com.
You're not on this Figma. Super me too. We stay very well. Come on Figma and tag me. You can do that tomorrow anytime. Just tag me when you come on Figma. So call me.
Okay, sir.
Create. We're just going for um Close up.
Sir?
Not you, not you,
Okay.
not you. Annabelle. Create onboarding screens for taxi app. Okoro Sunday. Is this your email? There are two Okoro Sundays here.
I joined with my phone and
Okay.
laptop.
You create a onboarding screen for. Let me think outside the box. Medicine app. That's like health. Nadia. No, she's gonna partake for for um 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 Bean. Did I miss anybody? Think I've done everybody here. Right. Should we quickly do that Photoshop stuff or just do it tomorrow?
Let's do it now.
Let's do it tomorrow.
We're already here.
Who wants tomorrow? Who wants now?
I want tomorrow.
Nessa, don't tire.
Well, I did the only one.
I don't mind now, Sha. But tomorrow, no wala.
Godfather, be a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman. Oh, come on now. I'm a gentleman. Okay, let's do it tomorrow.
Okoro Sunday, what are you saying?
Yeah, tomorrow, sir.
Okay. It's actually not going to take time. It's very fast. You know it's very fast.
Okay, let's give it a try.
If it didn't take time, sir, we can just do it now.
Tomorrow, ladies first.
Vanessa, are you changing your mind?
At this point, the majority carries the vote. So
If you try,
Don't worry. Let me just show you guys.
okay.
All right, sir.
Let me show you guys. So most of the mock-ups you see, right, is actually done with Photoshop. So first of all, people download those mock-up from mock-up sites. So for instance, let's say, let me share this screen. Let's say, so let's say free pick. Maybe we went to free pick now. Let me just say iPhone mockup. I just use any site, sure. And let's say this is a mockup, right? Of this site. You get people will download it. Are you saying? Somebody show me to mic and follow me. I'm not on, so I wouldn't know if you're responding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, I can see.
So people will download it. So they download the PSD file. Let me use free pick so you can know what I'm saying. So it means you need to have Photoshop on your So let's say anyone, just look for anyone, right? So these are mock-ups, right? You get, so let's look for anyone. Which one should I download?
So the other one from the other side was finer though.
I have that one on my system.
Oh, okay.
If you want us to use it, they can use that. I have it on my system. So let's say this one, you click it. So it's a PSD file already. Can you see this? Look at this place. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Always download the Photoshop file. And we download. So I've downloaded it. So it's already on my system. So let me stop sharing this. So you can see my screen now. This is it. I unzip it. Normal iPhone stuff. I open it. So this is the PSD. You can see it.
Yes, sir.
This is the PSD. I open it. So now Photoshop is opening. So you can see my screen. So this is how it looks when you open it on Photoshop.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, when you see a file like this mockup is not complete. This mockup is not complete. So this is like a waste of time. I'm going to tell you why. Mockup is not complete. It's a waste of time. Let me delete it. So you see how to download, Sha. Let me open one I have here. Okay, so let's use this. Now, can you see this?
Yes, we can.
All right. So now, when you look at this layer side, when you look at this layer, you can see this layer side, right? Always look for, let me zoom it. No, you can zoom. Okay. Always look for this. You see this place that shows this thing that says smart objects thumbnail. Where my arrow is.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
You double tap on it. It's going to open this. Now you see it has opened another layer. This is the file. You understand? This is it. When I double tap on it, you open this. So always look out for anyone that has this thing, because this is what you are changing. This is it. You can see here, it says background or whatever. It's logged. This one is logged. So just double click on it to unlock. You get. Now, what are you doing? You are bringing your design. Let me look for a random design on my system. I'm coming up. Let me look for a random design on my system.
It's okay then.
Are you talking to me?
No, not yet. Sorry.
I'm just going to drag that design and bring it here. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Okay. Okay, right. So I'm just going to bring the design here. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
See, it has added another layer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So hold your shift or just use another, just make sure that you drag so that you can maintain the shape, because this is Photoshop. Can you see? You press enter. You see it's already here. Unview this one. So this is what we have. Then you Control S. You save it. Once you've done that, come back here. It will be there.
Nice. 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 So, about the image you brought in, can it be any size at all? You just like any size, you just drag and put. Or
Most of the time, if you export a iPhone 14, just look for a mock-up that is iPhone 14.
okay,
So it makes sense. So that it's perfect.
easy. Okay, this is nice.
This is how they do their mock-up. And you just come here and you export.
Where?
Can you see my screen? How I'm exporting?
No, sir. Your screen is just static. Just nothing.
So you come to file. Then you see exports. Then you choose any format. It's very, very easy. Just the same way you export on any other software.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all. This is how they do any mock-up. They design whatever they want to design. The size of that thing they're looking for. Just come to the smart objects and replace it. That's all.
So, is there another way to do this that's different from Photoshop? Like maybe in Figma?
So that's if you have a Figma plugin that has all these things, you can do it now. But most of the Figma plugin don't have the finest, like this one now. It's not a Figma plugin. They don't have the finest mockups.
Okay.
When you see some presentation and you see some mockup that is fine, is entering your eyes, most of those things are not on Figma. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, guys. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
I thank you very, very much, sir.
You're welcome, Saz.